Chapter 5 The Hundred Dresses, Part 1. This is stories written by Elbasor Esther. Now, before we start, how do we judge the people around us? By their money, their wealth, or positions? Or is there something of more enduring value to look for in a person? So, the writer here says that we generally judge around the people by their money, by their wealth, by their positions. And it's true. We judge how much money they have. And we always are attracted by the person, by the people who have money. Whether we like it or not, and this is a blunt truth. And then, or is there something of more enduring value to look for in a person? Or should we see something else? We should see the character of a person, we should see the nature of the person. I think that is more important. Now, this story is a sensitive account of how a young poor girl is judged by her classmates. Wanda Petronsky is a young Polish girl. Polish means a girl from Poland who goes to school with other American children in an American town. These other children see Wanda as different in many ways. Read the information given below. Find out more about this community from an encyclopedia or the internet. Now, this is the actually background of the chapter, and we should know. Now, see the Polish American community in the United States. The first Polish immigrants arrived in America in 1608. Now, the immigrants Polish immigrants means from Poland. People from Poland are called Polish. So, the people from Poland they first came to America in 1608. But the largest wave of Polish immigration occurred in the early 20th century when more than 1 million Poles migrated to United States. And the largest influx wave means largest crowd of these people immigration occurred in the early 20th century. Around 1 million Poles came to America. The Polish state did not exist at that time, and the immigrants were identified according to their country of origin rather than to their ethnicity. Means there was no like Poland as such that time, and so people wherever they lived, these Polish people, they were called by their names. They were identified as Russian Poles. Those Poles who were living in Russia, they were called Russian Poles. Poles living in Germany, they were called German Poles. Same with Austrian Poles. One of the most notable Polish American communities is in Chicago and its suburbs. So, Chicago is sometimes called the second largest Polish city in the world, next only to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. And this is for your general knowledge. You should know all these things. That Chicago is called second largest Polish city. Means most of the Polish people they live in Chicago. That is a city in North America, in USA. And Warsaw is the capital of Poland. Polish Americans were sometimes discriminated against in the United States, as were Irish, Italians, and Jews. And naturally, they were discriminated. People did not like them. According to US 2000 census, 6,67,414 Americans of age 5 years and older reported Polish as the language spoken at home, which is about 1.4% of the people who speak languages other than English, or 0.25% of the US population. So this was the condition. 0.25% of the US population they spoke Polish language. So this was the effect. Now this very story, as I have told you, the Hundred Dresses, it is written by Elbasor Esther, and it gives a sensitive account, very good account of a poor girl Wanda Petronsky. She is young Polish girl and she is mocked by, she is made fun by her American classmates. Now, her class fellows like Madeline, that is Maddie, always tease her for having a strange name, and also by calling her, by asking her, or and her repeated reference to her 100 dresses. They always ask her how many dresses she has because she was very poor. She did not have many dresses. Though, so they always made fun of her. Okay, how many dresses she has. The story is about discrimination. Okay, that make people see the one different from the other. जो आदमियों को तोड़ता है, that is the discrimination. By considering the other inferior, and this discrimination generally is made to show that others are inferior and we are superior. However, the girl Wanda in the story wins the prize for making beautiful designs of dresses. Okay, in the end, she wins the prize and she makes the beautiful design, and then she makes 100 designs. The designs of dresses that she presents at the contest are those of the dresses that she used to talk about. So this was the thing. She's rewarded at the end. She takes part in the contest and she makes 100 designs of dresses and she wins that contest. And she gives a befitting reply to her friends who made fun of her. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat, but not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. So they are saying that it was Monday and Wanda was not seen, and the two girls, Peggy and Madeline, they made most of the fun, and they even did not notice her absence. So these are the three main characters in the story: Wanda Petronsky, the girl, Polish girl, and Peggy and Madeline, her classmates. Usually, Wanda sat in the next seat in the last row in the room 13. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat, the corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet. Scuffling means नॉइजी ड्रैगिंग मूवमेंट्स ऑफ द फीट ऑन द ग्राउंड, जहाँ पे पैरों से बच्चे जैसे ड्रैग करते हैं ना, वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा होता है. मोस्ट रोल्स, मोस्ट शाउट्स ऑफ लाफ्टर when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. So this was the description where she sat. She sat with the rough boys, and where most of the scuffling or most of the fun took place. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. So it is the writer says that she did not sit there because she herself was noisy. On the contrary, on the opposite, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. And nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. But to everybody's surprise, she was very quiet and rarely, very less, she said anything. And nobody even heard her laugh loudly. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. Sometimes she just turned her mouth into a smile, but that was all. So she just gave a crooked smile. That is a bent sort of smile. थोड़ा सा मुंह को मोड़ लेना जिसे कहते हैं. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggin Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. And nobody had the reason why she sat in that corner. Only the thing was that she came from Boggin Heights, the area, and her feet were usually caked. Caked means were dirty with mud. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. Besides that, nobody else bothered why she sat there. Okay, so this is all about in my video first.